Hey pros, so today we are doing somewhat of a transformation on my client here. If you guys recall, she came in a couple weeks ago and she had some breakage from the relaxer right in the crown of her head. Well, the breakage did not stop and it actually got a little bit worse. So today we are going to do a complete haircut. And then, of course, it is also time for her touch up, but we are going to do it the proper way. You guys won't get to see the touch up on camera, but I'll definitely give you guys some deets after. So we did the preliminary haircut and the touch up relaxer. Now for the relaxer, I did use a mild strength relaxer. And then I am doing a semi-permanent gray coverage color. Now she is going with a slight tint, but this is a semi-permanent, you guys. So this is not going to damage her hair any further. It's actually going to work better as a filler and help to give that hair that somewhat shine and that appearance of fullness after the fact. So this is not a color that is going to interact with the relaxer at all. It's a deposit only color. So it comes straight from the bottle right onto the hair. Okay. So we did a consultation right when she came in. We basically just talked about the pros and cons of, or I guess the ideas of what we could and couldn't do. What we did know is that leaving her hair long was not going to mask that area at all. So we made the decision that starting over with a pixie cut was probably going to be the best form of action for right now. And then we'll just watch her hair and just improvise as it grows out. And we just kind of work with it from there. The good thing is her hair is growing in that area. So we know that there's no scarring and it's not alopecia, but I can just tell that it was just some residual breakage from what she did before, which was the last time we did her hair. So now we're going to go ahead and do her haircut. If you guys notice, I did kind of part her hair out slightly right in the crown of her head where that breakage is. And I'm basically going to utilize that area as my breaking point between the occipital bone and the crown, and just kind of use that to mask the fact that that area is super short so that it can grow out. So this is what we will call a micro pixie. Well, I'm not going to say a micro pixie. This is just going to be a pixie because I am leaving her hair somewhat longer around the area that was really, really short. Now for the nape of the neck, the sides, the back, she is, she has a good amount of length, but of course we're cutting a lot of that hair down so that we can improvise on the fact that her hair is super short in such a large area. So she had a large space right in the crown where that hair broke off and is growing back. So basically the goal is to kind of use dimension to fool the eye, to allow for her to have a style, but at the same time, blending in that breakage altogether. So I'm sorry if I hadn't already said it, you guys. If you are new to my channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Also share this video with your family and friends. And then I always ask you guys to comment in the comments and tell me what you think about the end product, the finished product. And then, of course, if you've ever had a situation like this, how did you handle it? Or what did you do to help grow that area back? Or should I say, what did you do to help cover that area in the meantime of it being broken? Okay, so you guys can comment and just kind of tell us exactly what you did. Now, I am going to ask you guys a quick trivia question. If you know the answer, comment down in the comment box. What is the first thing that I always say to do whenever you have a situation such as hers where your hair has broken off just like this? What is the first thing that I always suggest you do? Let's see who gets the right answer in the comments. Now, I am using a little bit of hair gel just to kind of lay the hair down. I found that this method actually makes the hair lay nice and straight. And it makes the mold last a lot longer. But if you notice, I only put it at the nape of the neck. And then I followed it up with our Elite Silk Wrap Foam. Now, the wrap foam is going to allow that area to still be nice and soft and pliable so that I can move it around. But that gel is going to also allow that hair to lay nice and flat throughout the mold process while she's under that dryer. And what I've noticed, because I also have a shortcut, if you guys haven't noticed as well, is that when we use the gel down in the nape area and right at the sideburns, that area stays flatter longer. Okay, for my short hair people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That is one of the pet peeves of mine when it comes onto my shortcut. I like mine to lay throughout the entirety of the life of my style. Okay, so after I mold her, she's gonna go under the dryer, which she did for about 30 to 45 minutes. And now I'm gonna go back and just kind of clean up the nape, take a little bit of the density out of the nape of her neck. The good thing is I've already done the haircut, so I don't have to go back and do any more cutting in regards to the shears. I can just kind of do it with my clippers just to kind of blend a little bit. But if you are a stylist and of course you feel like you haven't cut enough, or you need to go and fix some areas, now is definitely the time for the fine tuning. This is when you want to go back and just kind of put your little details in. Now, there is one thing that I did notice. If you guys see right behind her ear there is a slight patch there. And I noticed that when I was also cutting her hair when it was wet. This was even before the clippers. And my prayer is that she is not starting a form of alopecia. There is an alopecia, which is alopecia areata. It likes to start in dime size circles, and it normally starts somewhere behind the ear. So I'm just watching that area, and I'm going to keep watching it just to see if maybe that's just a little patch that's growing back, or if that patch is not growing at all, then I'll definitely refer her to a dermatologist to go ahead and get diagnosed and get checked out. But right now, this is just preliminary, you guys. So that's just something that I wanted to point out to you guys. It's nothing to be extremely worried about because remember, we are basically starting over. So that area can grow back within a matter of days. So we're just going to watch it and see. Now, let's talk about how she will care for her hair after the fact. With a pixie cut or a micro pixie, you really don't have to do a lot of work. I try to make my client's life extremely easy and to make the sides and the back nice and flat, but still curled at the same time. So all she needs to do is put her scarf around her sides and back, tie it in the front of her face, and then she can go to bed at night. Like, it's super easy. It's not a lot that she has to do, especially when you have a pixie cut like hers. So for the area that's broken, even though it's not long enough for me to curl it, I did still make an attempt to bump that area because I still wanted it to blend in. So you'll see that in just a moment. I'm not going to talk through the curl part because you guys, this is more like the styling, but we'll definitely come back at the end and talk about our finish. And then, like I said, you guys comment and put your answer for the trivia question. What's the first thing that I would say to do when you have a situation such as hers? Okay, so we'll be back. Keep watching. Okay, you guys. So now I'm just finishing up a couple little curls here. And then we finished up the crown. I'm going to use a little bit of our Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum just to add or enhance the shine on her hair and also to help soften and separate those curls for styling. And then I'm just using the wide tooth comb from our detangling kit, which is the Detangle Me 4-piece kit, to help comb her hair out. I did leave a little bit of length in the front of her face just in case she ever wanted to have some bangs, because, you know, it's a change and I didn't want to take her all the way down. And the good thing with a shortcut is you can kind of play with it. So that's the nice part about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the finished style. Please don't forget, like I said, to comment, tell us what you guys thought, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.